I have a question for the five of you, all your way in. Good idea or bad idea that Expedia temporarily eliminated booking fees in its air business?
Bad.
Bad idea?
Bad, very bad. I mean, that's a proof of weakness. That's what I would say.
So Expedia is weak for doing that?
I think so.
Anybody else?
Worst decision ever.
Say that again?
It's a worst decision ever.
Bad decision? Simon?
But are we saying it's a bad decision because that's going
No, they're saying it's a bad decision.
No,
what
sorry.
do you say?
I'm asking, is it a bad decision because that means that they're selling cheaper, making less money, and it makes your life more difficult to...
If you look at the flight model, I mean, the commissions are very weak, and the specificities for transaction is just the fee. If for a distributor you consider that the fee is how he earns his life, it means that this has no value tomorrow. How do you expand the model? So it's not impossible, but it means that it's radicalizing the aspect of the market. So you have to invent to extend your offer to make living out of a broader offer of products.
Yeah, but when there is a fee, then the customers get two different prices for the same product. And in retailing, you go to Tommy Hilfiger, and no matter where you buy it, unless they discount, it's the same product. So.
No, but I mean, I started my first intervention saying what happened in Spain and Italy. So I think they lost 100. For me, it's very good news. They lost 100 million in Spain and Italy. I can't imagine how much they're going to lose in the States. And
why is it? So you think it's good news
for the rest of us? Because it will make
good news for you?
Stronger competitors versus Expedia.
I just want to get, so we got one good, two bad. I wasn't sure.
I think I was saying before, we don't sell an awful lot of scheduled flights.
So it
doesn't really affect my...
One neutral, one good, two bad, and...
we don't sell scheduled flights enough, so...
Well, what do you think? Do you think it's good or bad?
I think it's a good idea.
You think it's a good idea?
I mean, it's good for us, but for them.
For him, yeah.
Okay. And what about for consumers, good or bad in the long run?
Pardon?
For consumers, for travelers?
On the long run, it sucks as well.
It's still bad.
You know why? Because the service level will go down as well. And if you're saying you don't have to pay for my services, then that actually tells me that you're not sure about your own added value. I think if you have real added value, then you should ask.
Okay, let's poll the audience.
And I think we have very good data again. And it's very popular data in markets where they lost shares 2 years in a row by doing that.
Let's quick poll the audience, and then I promise I'll leave. So we're going to do it by clap, not by hand. So clap if you think long-term for travelers, Expedia eliminating the air booking fee is good. Clap if you think it's good. Clap if you think it's bad. Okay.
Okay. Hello, I'm Elisabetta Furia from Nosio.com, Italy, as we are talking about Italy as destination. I was wondering, don't you think that as of today we are talking about the power of local destination? So we are talking for Italy, but the same in Spain or wherever. And because of the networking, social networking we are talking about, the local suppliers as of today for many destinations in the world can be much willing to spend their money to invest in their own brand marketing in the internet instead of intermediaries' commission costs?
And in my view, there's always going to be both channels working, but at the end, people need a solution that is whole for their needs. So they want to find available rooms that match their needs, and it's going to be very difficult for one single supplier to do it by himself. So he'll have to go to some distributor. It can be Google, and you want to call that the distributor of the future. It can be an OTA, and then it's all about cost per acquisition. And suppliers will have to go to the distributors who give them better cost per acquisition.
Personally,
it's something that it's fairly new to us. I think we leave it. Well, me personally, I leave it to much younger, much more technically minded, more gifted individuals in the marketing department. Facebook, certainly, we're trying to do some work with. Twitter, is a completely new thing to me. But as we sort of pick things off in marketing, it's something that's very much on the radar for the next 12 to 24 months.
Others?
I would say it's getting to be more and more important to us. Facebook, mainly for an image survey, it's on the radar to see if it's positive or negative, what people do say in forums, etc. And Twitter is being tested as a customer support for alerts, for delivering hot information when there is a problem on travel, etc. And it's starting to work pretty well.
And that's working. Yeah. Right. And for eDreams, is that something that you think about?
I'm thinking I'm more or less in line with people. It will be important. It's not yet key.
I think you have to think about if you're running behind or after a hype. You know, sometimes there's certainly a hype, Twitter, and then if you're having a job to do in a priority list, then the question is, do you suddenly have to push it all away and then do Twitter? You know, I think you have to ask yourself, what's the demographics of my clientele? In our case, clientele is over 35 years in general. You know, my 9-year-old daughter, she is really on Facebook. You know, I'm not saying that means I should disregard it, but I think you should be really careful about running after a hype, and maybe next year it's something else. You know.